Hey Waffle Gang, I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're checking out some more Reddit stories, and if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting that like, subscribe, maybe that notification bell too, and let's crack on with today's first story. Much love guys. Now today's first story comes from a throwaway account and says 32 male. My 28 female wife of 3 years went for a couple's massage with a 29 male colleague and hid it from me. Should I let it go? This happened on a work trip and I clearly remember that she never mentioned getting a massage, let alone a couple's massage. I only found out a week later when the spa FedExed her anklet that she had left behind. She came clean when I brought it up, but she thinks I'm making a big deal and insists that she told me about getting a massage, just not a couple's massage. Apparently the spa was almost full and had only one empty slot, so they decided to go in together. This is so out of character for her. She's always been quite prim and proper and she's definitely not friendly with this guy. I'd be mad even if she was friends with him. They barely speak to each other at work parties and he's always been cold to me. We have an amazing marriage and she's my best friend, but she swears that nothing else happened. But I'm unable to let it go and she's upset with me for not trusting her. Should I trust my gut instinct, dig deeper, or force myself into believing her? I mean, maybe it's usually me reading one too many Reddit stories, but the line where it said they barely speak to each other at work parties and he's always been cold to me was screaming at me. But as I said, I may have read one too many stories, but at the same time, they went to go for a couple's massage. So they don't know each other that well, but they decided to go in for a couple's massage. All I can say is for myself, I wouldn't be comfortable going to get a massage with someone. I know it's like on a separate table, it's not exactly doing anything with each other, but being in the same room getting a massage, it wouldn't feel comfortable for myself. Certainly not relaxed, which I'm guessing you'd want to be during a massage. But the fact that this wasn't mentioned to you before says that she knows it was dodgy. Glass Ear says, I would trust your gut. Did you ever think maybe the guy's cold towards you because he's into your wife? Maybe they purposely don't speak to each other in front of you so they don't let their true feelings show. No one just goes for a couple's massage with a work colleague for convenience sake, especially if they are typically prim and proper. I'd be livid if this were my husband. It's a form of cheating in my opinion, and she is gaslighting you. Opie says thank you. I was hoping for a married woman's feedback. Separate Parfait says, if they barely speak to each other, how would they know that the other person was hoping to get a massage? And if it's somebody you barely talk to, why would you want to be half naked in the same room as them? I cannot imagine a scenario where this was innocent. Opie says she said they just bumped into each other at the spa. North Reference says, I was thinking there might be a chance that it was really innocent, but if she's feeding you bullshit like this, she's probably actually cheating on you, to be honest. Opie says I did press on this when I confronted her. We get a massage almost every week and it's always planned in advance. But she said she was traveling. It was like a last minute thing. When I brought up the fact that she never goes to a spa without checking the review, she got angry and said it's a 5-star hotel. It ought to be good. OP gives information on if the guy from the spa is married or not. Opie says no, he's single but supposedly a ladies' man. As Glorious Mustache says, my opinion, she's lying about the one open spot thing too. There's one opening but they can accommodate 2 people. So there were 2 masseuses available, but only one room. Doubtful. Look, I've had couple massages. They're not overly sexual or sensual. It's literally just getting a massage at the same time as someone else. But she lied by omission when she didn't tell you, and made up a story when you found out purely by accident. Why believe that she's telling the truth now? Jocko Johnson says you don't have an amazing marriage. Majority of people post on here saying they have a great marriage or everything is perfect, but then go on to list major issues. She lied by omission about getting a couple's massage. Doesn't sound so great to me. And the 2 of them are putting on a great show when they're around you to throw you off. And forget about the prim and proper. That's just around you. Or am I completely wrong and nothing is going on and she just didn't think much of it when she stripped down naked with a co-worker to get a couple's massage with a dude that is not you? So then OP came in with her update and says I really can't thank you enough for your support guys. Getting this off my chest is helping me deal with this better. My friend and I did some digging and things are not looking good. He He called the spa pretending to be the colleague and told them he had lost his watch and was trying to retrace his steps. The manager said all they found was her anklet. We also found out the room had a private shower, and both therapists left right after the massage and didn't return until much later. I distinctly remembering my wife telling me that there was no private shower and that she went back to her room for a shower. The manager said that she would have the security check the CCTV footage to see if he was wearing his watch when he left, but she never called back. I'm worried that she might have spoken to my wife because she's been love bombing me all morning but turned passive aggressive when she got back from work, and out of the blue her girl gang shows up for drinks. We do host parties quite often but never on a weekday, and my wife never mentioned that she invited them over. I don't know if my mind is playing tricks or if it was a setup because her two single friends cleverly steered the conversation towards marriage and told me how much they envy what we have and that we're the ideal couple. Then her guy friend shows up. I don't like him and we've always been formal, but he acts like we're best buds. I'm feeling cornered and I just want to call my friend over, but the wife doesn't want to mix our friends. We usually host them separately, but not always. I got pissed and she goes on to say that she doesn't like the way he looks at her. This is BS. He's an amazing guy. He has a wonderful girlfriend. His friends were like, stop complaining. You're hot, so guys will check you out. You're so lucky to be married to him. He doesn't get jealous, yada yada. I couldn't take it anymore, so I faked the work call and was about to leave, when a guy friend who's sloshed at this point asks me for tips on how to get a girl who's way out of your league. Haha. I acted like I was distracted by the call and left. What do you think's going on? Has she told them something? How do I find out? I went through her iCloud and it's clean, but her credit card says she's paid for the massage and also left a huge tip. It was scheduled 2 days in advance. They were there for a week with 4 other colleagues and 3 of them flew back on the 4th day. Should I talk to the one who stayed back, and if yes, how do I bring it up? I don't want to harm my wife's career in any way. My friend spoke to his lawyer friend and was told that everything we have right now is conjecture. My friend wants me to give her the benefit of the doubt and only confront her if and when we have solid proof. He even offered to fly down to the spa and figure out if she went back to her room to take a shower. I'm not comfortable talking to a private investigator. It's so much more humiliating to discuss this when you are not anonymous. Is there another way I can get solid proof? Not necessarily for legal reasons, but for me to get some finality and move on. I haven't slept in days. I'm not thinking about divorce yet, but for those of you who asked, we have a lot of assets and most of them are shared. She does make a lot of money, but I make significantly more and I've always been more than happy to take care of everything. And we didn't get a prenup. Not sure how this will affect me should we choose to separate. Also, her work party is coming up. I want to skip it, or should I go and act like everything is normal? My friend has suggested I try and be nicer to her colleagues and see if I can get some info out of him. A commenter says to OP on this one, she had a massage partner in your house. Then continues to say, I think you missed the trick when he asked you how to get someone like your wife. I would have responded that you've heard she likes to bond over couples massages. Can you call her bluff? Tell her you've spoken to the hotel and you know she cheated. With this level of distrust, your marriage can't get much worse, I'm afraid. Opie says no, this is a friend from college. So, did I read that right? In the first part it said apparently the spa was almost full and had only one empty slot, so they decided to go in together. But in the update, it said the payment for the massage was scheduled 2 days in advance. So it wasn't something that just happened in the moment. She already booked this. She said there was no shower in the room, but she lied about that also. So they were left in the room by themselves during this moment. Obviously, we can't 100% confirm what happened, of course. But this is signs that we've seen in previous stories where it's basically trickle truthing. You're slowly getting the truth bit by bit. She's lied by omission time and time again. But now I'm going to turn this one to you guys. What do you guys make? What do you guys think is happening in this story? We may never find out another update because the account was deleted not that long after, but let us know your thoughts down in the comments below and let's move on to another story. Now, our next story comes from Actual Sky 6304 from the Am I the Arsehole Here subreddit. It does come with an update as well and says, Am I the arsehole here for refusing to eat dinner because my husband added unnecessary spices? My 31 female husband, 33 male, take alternate days to cook dinner and clean dinner up. He recently started a medication that is zapping his energy, so I've been cooking and cleaning full time for the past month. It is getting exhausted working full time, cooking every meal, meal prepping, cleaning the whole house, etc. I know it won't be forever, and I'm willing to carry the load while it gets sorted. I was in the middle of prepping the chicken for tonight's dinner, and he offered to take over. At first I said no, it's okay, I'll do it, because he had a stressful workday. He insisted, so I obliged him but asked that he stick to the spices I have out on the counter, and the ratios because the chicken will be sauced, and I don't want the spice and sauce to be battling on the plate. He was to use salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and Tony's spice. It was going to be sauced with Panda Express teriyaki sauce. We aren't fine diners, but I wanted it a certain way. He agreed to stick to the plan. I went upstairs to change our sheets and pick the bedroom up. When I came downstairs, the chicken was on the cutting board covered in smoked paprika and red chili flakes. I looked at him and he at me with this "oh shit, I'm caught" look. I said, "Wow, that was disrespectful and I'm not eating that." He scoffed and said, "It's 2 extra spices, it's fine." He followed up with, "I saved the chicken breast in case you saw it before it was cooked. I'll make that one the way you want." I refused to accept that because he looked me in the face and said he wouldn't stray from the plan and then did it anyways in the hopes of not being caught. I'm not a picky eater where I will pretty much eat anything, but I can't get past the blatant disrespect on this. I know some of my emotions are coming from the exhaustion of carrying the team right now, but I still don't think this makes me the arsehole. Does it? Edit to clarify on the extra chicken breast. He didn't intentionally keep the chicken breast out for me if I didn't like his spice choice. I de-thawed the extra chicken for tomorrow's meal and was planning on using it later. He concocted the idea of he wanted the chicken a certain way. He sees extra chicken, so why not do it his way? And if I don't want it, he has a plan B. In the comment, Shellstrop says, as they say here, this is not about the Iranian yogurt. You need to sit down with your husband when you're both calm and rested and actually talk to each other. Communicate your feelings to each other. This isn't about going crazy with spices and chicken. That's the symptom, not the issue. Polo says, this one boggles me. Why didn't he just split the chicken into 2 portions? Cook one the way he likes and the other the way you wanted it. Why did he have to cook all of it his way? Celtic Musebook says, not the arsehole, smoked paprika and teriyaki sauce. Yikes on bikes, that sounds awful. Not the arsehole, but your husband is. You've been picking up his slack for his medical conditions and he tried to sabotage your meal and hide it from you like a 4-year-old. One more comment from Lady who says, so he wasn't helping with your planned meal. He was taking over. Okay, so now you know that he feels well enough to take over some things. Maybe not everything, but certainly some of it. Go back to your cooking plan at the very least. Take something off your list and you can more easily deal with other stuff. I do have to say, he can help with meal planning. That is work, but it can be done together and while standing in the kitchen. What do we have? What do we need? What do we want? He can have a chair if he needs it. Not being facetious. If his energy is down that low, then it's a way for him to be present without overextending. He needs to talk to his doctor about the fact that the new meds are taking his energy away. He might have also to deal with the next med switch. Transitions between meds aren't always fun. Not the arsehole. I hope you can get to a better team dynamic soon. So OP added their updates. That said, not sure if this is the best place to update or if I make an edit to the post, but in any event, to answer a few questions. Did my husband like his food? No. He told me the chicken breast he made the way that I requested it was better. It's not really about the spices, I'm aware of that. There are bigger things afoot. But I was really made to feel like I was blowing it out of proportion by not eating it. That I rinsed the chicken off. No, I let him cook it and have it his way. Do we have different spice levels? We are pretty even keel on this, but not really the issue. I like smoked paprika and red chili flakes. They just didn't have a place in the dish. Final update. My husband and I spoke about the disagreement and some bigger things at play, and we plan to talk again tomorrow. We have more time to sit and work out a plan. We've been married for 13 years. Yes, we married very young, and this isn't our first rodeo. We basically became adults together, so we know a thing or two about hard times and good times. We're currently watching our 88-year-old grandmother while the main caregiver is on vacation, so we don't have time to dig deeper into what's going on at a bigger level, but plan to tomorrow after she is picked up in the evening. Thanks everyone for your thoughts and opinions. A couple of the top comments from that. Angel says, "It's great you're having a conversation, and it seems it isn't a pattern of his to listen to you and do something else. So maybe he just really wanted to try those spices together. But well, he saw how that went. Hope you find a wonderful marriage and get a 'I told you so' thrown in there." Adventurous says, "So he used the chicken breast for tomorrow's dinner, seasoned it the way you requested, and then ate it when he didn't like the chicken he ruined. While you're not the arsehole, your husband very much is one." Win Accomplished says, "Of course he didn't like his chicken. Those spices literally don't belong in that dish. He was trying to prove something and ended up looking foolish. Wild." Now, our next story comes from Zesty Close Hat 7274 and says, "Am I the arsehole telling my sister it is her fault that she missed our grandfather's funeral? My 26 male grandfather recently passed away after suffering from Alzheimer's for years. While it was sad, I knew he would be happier wherever he was going. During the planning of his funeral, my sister and I discussed who would attend, and she mentioned bringing her girlfriend. I've always been openly supportive of my sister, 22 female, and her relationship, but our family isn't. They haven't met her girlfriend and aren't wanting to, so I didn't think it was a good idea. When I told my sister that bringing her girlfriend to the funeral would cause drama, she got upset. She said she doesn't feel safe without her girlfriend there. I offered to stay with her during the entire service if she felt uncomfortable around certain family members, but she insisted on bringing her girlfriend. She said they're engaged, so her girlfriend is basically family whether others like it or not. I told her it seemed like she just wanted drama and that if she felt she had to bring her girlfriend, she might as well not go because the funeral wasn't about her and her girlfriend but about our grandfather. My sister got very emotional, which made me feel bad, but I didn't think a funeral was the place to introduce her girlfriend to the family. My sister left and ended up not attending the funeral. It's been almost a week since the funeral. I called my sister to check on her since we hadn't spoken since our disagreement. She wanted to know about our grandfather's service, so I recapped everything. Then she started getting upset, saying she wished she could have been there. This made me angry because she could have been there. So I explained that she chose not to attend because she wanted to bring someone to intentionally cause drama. This turned into another argument, and her girlfriend ended up taking her phone and hanging up on me, throwing in a jab about me being a bad brother. I feel like I could have handled the situation better, but I tried to offer countless solutions to my sister. Am I the arsehole? And we'll start in the comments with Irrelevant Manatee who says you're the arsehole. Your sister didn't create drama. Your family and you did. Your sister is just who she is and wanted to attend an event with her partner. What ruined it is the fact that you cared more about protecting the feelings of bigots and homophobes instead of caring for your own sister. Your sister has every right to be pissed at you. Designer Bedroom replies that saying, "I agree with everything you said, but it's not that simple. I don't think he was trying to protect the feelings of homophobes. He was trying to keep his grandfather's funeral drama free. Doesn't the grandfather deserve to rest in peace? What if the grandfather didn't approve either, and in that case, why would she want to go at all? The sister isn't completely innocent either because she could have attended with her brother. She shouldn't have to, but again, grandparent funeral. Sister has the right to be mad, but the deceased has the right to be put to rest in peace. It doesn't seem like Opie is homophobic, and if he didn't care about his sister, he wouldn't have called to see how she was doing. This is just so sad." Edit. Guys, a lot of you believe that the funeral is for the living, not the dead, and it's your right. However, try to remember that the living in this case, grandmother, parents, and other family, are homophobics. If Opie is concerned about his sister, then I assume it's because he knows how hurt she could have been. Otherwise, why would anyone admit publicly how horrible their family is? Most people are assuming that as emotional, homophobic people can be rational. Sister and fiance would have been attacked, and OP would have bigger problems to deal with. Again, these are not nice people. But Grant says not the arsehole, and I'm gay. Lol. I know homophobes suck, but y'all pick your fucking battles. If OP's sister thinks standing up for her girlfriend is more important to her than showing up at her grandfather's funeral, then good for her. I too would have made that choice. But to then act as if she was somehow prevented from showing up when she wasn't is childish. Another commenter says, not the arsehole, will preface this with an admission. I'm gay and have unsupportive family. This has nothing to do with keeping the unsupportive family happy, but respecting the grandfather's memory by not creating a scene at his funeral, and respecting the fiancé by not forcing them into a hostile situation because you feel unsafe. Using this moment, a solemn, sad moment of reflection, grief, and loss to introduce your new partner, girlfriend, wife to your family is selfish. Not only after putting your partner in an awkward spot, having to not only introduce themselves to hostile people, but support you through a grieving process. It really does feel like she is using this opportunity for her own gain rather than respecting your grandfather's memory. She disrespected her girlfriend by expecting her to attend the funeral of a man she never met and face off against people who are hostile towards them. She complained and was fishing for a response that aligned with her expectations. She didn't get it. In the end, she chose to not attend because she couldn't get her own way. Openyen says, you're the arsehole and your family are bigots. Congratulations on confirming that you're also a bigot to your sister. Excluding her partner was crappy and offensive. She would not cause drama. Only the bigots would cause drama. Maybe the bigots shouldn't have been invited. And the comments literally were going back and forth between not the arsehole and you're the arsehole for the reasons just mentioned. But what do you guys make of this situation? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And just a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting involved in today's stories. Your love, your support, your time always means the absolute world to me. So thank you so much for being involved, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care and much love.